Hey everybody, so today in this video I want to talk about the little colorism feud between Amara La Negra and Cardi B little sister Hennessy. Um but first I'm going to give y'all a little background about Amara La Negra, get y'all caught up. And also you can look at the video that I made about her. It's the last video I made. Um, it was about Amara La Negra and how she faces colorism and Love and Hip Hop Miami on the show. I will leave a link in the description below, so just in case anybody missed it and you get caught up. But anyways, so all this started basically. I'm gonna go, matter of fact, I'm gonna go way back. So just in case you just clicked on this and you didn't see my last video, I'll give you a little more background about Amara La Negra first, and then I will get to how all this started. Okay. But anyways, Amara La Negra, she's Afro Latina, and a lot of people don't know what Afro Latino is, and a lot of people get confused on really what it is. Spanish people are not an actual race. It's just a culture. Okay. Latinos are just a culture. It's not an actual race. They are mixed with a lot of races, admixtures, and a lot of culture. So they're basically not a race because they're so mixed. You either white or you either black, and she considered herself as Afro-Latino. So that means she has a lot of African descent in her, okay? That means her ancestors was basically slaves. So that's what that means, okay? And she's very dark-skinned, Afro-Latino. A lot of people, a lot of Afro-Latinos are their black culture and their black heritage. And she's the very first one that actually came out and embrace her blackness, embrace, her black roots. She's the only one that I really seen that embraces who she really is. A lot of Afro Latinos that I know and that we know publicly are ashamed of their roots, and they don't want to admit and embrace their blackness, because it's a lot of colorism going on in Puerto Rico, and there's also a lot of colorism going on in the Dominican Republic. And it's not only in the black race, this is in all races. Actually, it's even in the Asian race. A lot of people don't talk about this. They are bleaching their skin as we speak. It's a lot of dark-skinned Asians with woolly curly hair, just like black people. They also have African descent in them as well. But they are hitting all dark-skinned Afro-Latinos, Asians, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, and all of them are hidden. They're not really shown in the media in the mainstream. They only show the light-skinned Afro-Latinos. Like, for example, J-Lo. You know what I'm saying? They only show light-skinned Afro-Latinos. And she had mentioned this as well during an interview that she recently had got on The Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God. She was on an interview, and she had a justice as well on the interview, but we would get to that. But anyways, on Love and Hip Hop Miami, and it's the 4th installment of Love and Hip Hop, and it's a newer Love and Hip Hop. And on the first episode, on one of the scenes, she was in it, and she was going to this music producer. His name is Hollywood. He's a white-looking Afro-Latino. And she was going to him for advice on her music. And, he kind of criticized her. This went very, very viral. And it caused her to get a lot of interviews. And it caused her to speak out against colorism. He criticized her because her appearance, because she had an afro. And, he was basically saying she can't be exotic, with an afro. And basically, like I said in the last video I made about Amara La Negra, I was saying that he was going by Hollywood and he was going by the music industry basically, on they how you have to look and have to change yourself for society and media to for them to accept you. Because apparently being a black dark skinned woman is not beautiful because of the European beauty standard of beauty and how everybody is brainwashed, and how everybody is so colorist and the media and the music industry. And he was basically just going by everybody else, having a skinned black woman or, a Spanish woman or a white woman as the image. Or straight, long blonde hair, blue eyes, the European beauty standard of beauty. He's basically trying to whitewash her and make her something she wasn't, and he even, was mocking her with the fist pump. He criticized her hair, saying it looks like Macy Gray, everything like that. He criticized her, and ever since this happened, she's been speaking about colorism and how it's so real, and it really is real. And that's what made her go on the interview with the Breakfast Club. And she was speaking about colorism and the music industry. And Cardi B, she had been brought up during the interview. And she was saying that Cardi B, basically she made it because she was a light-skinned, Afro-Latino. Basically, and she was saying if she was dark skinned, she probably wouldn't go that far, which to me, I think it is true, because if this was the other way around, if it was Amara La Negra, let's face it, she probably wouldn't have went that far. But Cardi B, some of it is because she's a light skinned Afro Latino. Some of it is because of that, because light skinned people, they have privileges as well. As white people, they have certain privileges to a certain extent because the color of their skin. And she has everything that the music industry wants. She has everything. She has the whole look. She has light skin. She has ass. She has titties. It's crazy. She has everything, basically, what the music industry wants. And La Negra, she doesn't, because she is dark skinned and she rocks an afro. But anyways, I'm gonna give y'all a little scoop on Cardi B, her background, just in case you don't know who she is, and then I will get into the rant between her and her sister Hennessy. Okay, so Cardi B, she's from the Bronx of New York. She was in an abusive relationship. She struggled, so she stripped and to get out of poverty and to get out of her relationship, basically. But after she became a stripper, she became very, very famous on Instagram, making crazy pose, funny pose, acting all ghetto and ratchet with her tongue sticking out, basically. And then after that, I think that actually elevated her and caused her to go on Love and Hip Hop, New York. And she was trying to become a rapper on the show. And her music is actually good. Like, before she got famous, her music was actually good. When I listened to it, she was going to become a superstar already, because she actually had good bars. But to be honest, if a black woman would have done everything Cardi B done, she would have been demonized and criticized as ghetto, ratchet, and a hood rat. But the simple fact she's light skinned, she gets away with it, because no stereotype dark skinned black woman, but she's inside a Afro Latino body, basically. But anyways, she got on Love and Hip Hop New York, and all of a sudden she did this track called Bodak Yellow. The beat was originally made from Kodak's Black song. I forgot the actual name of his song, but the beat was originally made from his song. And Cardi B, she just took the beat and she just went in on it. And I ain't gonna lie, it's actually really, really a good song. Like, I'm not a hater at all. I give people their props when they need their props. She is a good artist. And this song, it went everywhere. Like, I heard this song every single where. She even had people dancing in the street, blasting her music. Like, She got up there so quick because of this one hit. And then after that, she just started making hit after hit after hit, and she broke the record. Um, on the Billboard, she broke the record. She even passed Lauryn Hill, which was crazy, which was insane, and that was like decades ago. But anyways, I pulled up an article on paper, the paper article, and it reads: the rapper has suppressed absolutely all the expectations that she might remain a one-hit wonder. She's the first solo female rapper to land a no one hit without any features since Lauryn Hill almost 2 decades ago won the 2 BET Awards and is nominated for 2 Grammys off a mixtape. It's all cause for celebration, and believe me, Carly is. In case you haven't heard, Carly B is killing it in the regular, degular, straggler girl from the Bronx. Now joins Ashanti and the Beatles as the third artist ever to have 3 tracks in the top 10 at the time. G-Eazy, No Limit, Migos, Motorsport, and her own Bodak Yellow, a former #1 that has now slid into the top 10. Not to mention her single Cardi. But anyway, so yes, so this girl has went hit after hit after hit. Like I said, I give her props of, breaking all the records and everything. I really think she's a good artist. But to me personally, I just don't think she's all that cute. I mean, yeah, she got her teeth fixed and everything. She looks way better since she got her teeth fixed. And, she probably had a little more surgery to her face a little bit to make her look a little more better. But, to be honest, I don't think she's all that high. I don't think she's all that pretty. But, like, I do give her, her congrats because she did her thing. And she actually do have bars. Like I said, I'm not a hater. I give you props when props is due. But I still think lyrically, Nicki Minaj is a little better than her. Lyrically, I think she's better. But I just think, the beat actually brings out her rapping because, to be honest, she's not really that good of a rapper lyrically. But once that beat comes on, it balances her rap out. It balances her out. And, I see more and more her flow is getting better and better on each track. But yeah, but like I said, I'm not a hater. I give her props. But I do think they are whitening up rap music and R&B music really, really hard. I think they are really lighting it up really hard. They whiten it out by using these Spanish women and white women, white men too. White men are coming sky high in the rap industry. It's more white men rappers that's coming out. I think they're whitewashing rap just like they do in our history. And, I think they're trying to replace us with lighter skinned people. Black people, we're so friendly into bringing everything anybody into our culture, But I understand, they are the standard of beauty, and it brings more money having a light-skinned person or a white person come and rap. They get more money off of this. I understand that. But it's just I just think we getting too friendly with our culture and letting lighter races come in our culture too much. You feel me? But I mean, she claims she's black, but to me, she's not black. She just mixed. Everybody keep want to call Carly B black, but she said a lot of slick comments, about hair and stuff like that. Even though her hair is like black people, believe it or not, and in this picture, this is her actual real hair. Her hair is very, very coursey, as you can see. It looked like she got actually 4C hair, or if not, she got like 4B or whatever. I don't know. I gotta learn all the textures. But anyways, yeah, she has actual black people's hair. The stuff you be seeing her in is like wigs and weaves and lace fronts and sew-ins and stuff like that. She has black people hair, It just really shows she actually has African descent. And she also had thrown little shade about, burnt roaches or something like that. That little racist shit with burnt roaches, and it's crazy. Matter of fact, here's an article that I picked up about the situation. It says Cardi B recent defended herself against allegations that she's racist towards black women. The Bronx rapper slash reality star was recently called out on social media by someone who pulled up old tweets of her clapping back at fans. And then Cardi B calls the lady she's beefing with cockroaches. These ladies also just happen to be dark skinned women. Oh, I just don't consider Cardi B as being black. I consider her as being mixed. Like I said, black people, anybody that's a little dipped with black, they like to call them black. But to me, she's not black. Her parents don't look black at all. Her sister doesn't look black. They just act, what they call black. They act ghetto and ratchet. But like I said, if this was on a dark skinned sister, she would not get these same results. She'd be just labeled as a hood rat. But her light skin privilege, I think it has elevated her. I think it was a part of why she's up as well. I'm going to get to the actual point why I made this video. I want to talk about Hennessy. Her response back to Amara La Negra on Instagram. From the interview when she was talking about Cardi B, how the only way she was up because the color of her skin, because she was light skinned, basically. And I'm going to show you a clip of what Hennessy had said and responded back. Okay, here's her big paragraph that she wrote. Okay, it says, okay, I like her. She's obviously beautiful. This is the same message my sister's been trying to spread for a while now, but it doesn't count because she's not so dark. So what I don't like is that they ask her if she feels that Cardi B made it because she's lighter skinned, and she made a face basically insulating. Yes, people fuck with Cardi B because of who she is, not because she's light skinned. I think that's what Charlemagne was trying to say. A girl from her same country with the same hair and braids from the hood that had to become a stripper because it was hard for her to find a job because of her hair and color. People like her because she doesn't sugarcoat shit. That's why people like her, not because she's light skinned. Just like the same reason people are liking you, not only because you're dark, but you seem like a sweet, talented sweetheart. You auditioned for a Latino soap opera and got denied, not Cardi B. So don't say that accepting her now because she's light, because she's not in no soap opera. She got that talent to rap in English and in Spanish, not because she's light skinned. Not only do we have to hear from the hip hop community that we're not dark enough, but we gotta hear it from a girl from the same country. I think this whole paragraph is bullshit, and I think it's a lie because she already lied when she said that her sister tried to put out the same message as being, a dark skinned Afro Latino or dark skinned, Latino basically. She's a motherfucking lie. Cardi B never talked about colorism in the beginning of her career. She never talked about colorism. This bitch was a stripper. She was sticking her tongue out, and she made songs about being a stripper hoe, and she went on reality TV fucking her way up. Like, she never said anything about colorism, her hair, not getting a job because of her hair. She never said anything about that. So she's definitely lying on that part. Cardi B has never pointed out colorism and issues about getting a job because of the color of her skin and the texture of her hair. She never said anything about this, okay? Only Amara La Negra point this out. She never pointed this out, so she's lying on that part. And what she don't understand is that It is because she's light skinned. That's what she's not understanding. She's basically saying, oh, well, that's your problem. That's not our problem. And she's trying to use, oh, well, she got on because of her talent, not because of her color, and she actually worked hard and stuff like that. It's not hard to do what Cardi B does. I'm gonna keep it real with you. It's not hard to do what she does. Anybody can be a stripper, get on Love and Hip Hop, and act all wretched and ghetto. Okay, anybody can do that. But mainly what put her on is because she's light skinned. That's what she's not understanding. It's the same thing as white people when they say they don't have white privilege. That's the same motherfucking thing she's doing. She's denying their light skinned privileges. White people, they deny their white privilege. They deny it so hard, but they do have it. This is the same shit. And it's just like a rich person pointing out that people are poor, but they're not doing shit about it. They riding in a Lamborghini. Oh, you're poor, but they ride in the whip. She's trying to make it seem like, oh, well, yeah, we go through the same thing you do. They are denying their light skin privilege of, the reason why she is up. They are denying her light skin privilege. It's obvious that Cardi B made it up because she is light skinned. Because that's what the media is pushing to this day. They only pushing light-skinned black women or biracial women or Spanish women or white women out in the music industry. They're not really pushing out dark-skinned women like that anymore. Stuff has changed. This is 2018. People like Cardi B because she's light-skinned and she has ass and titties. She has that trend that's out now, having ass and titties, to be a stripper. Her background is the reason why she's up now. And they're trying to make this a trend. All these stripper bitches, they are coming off that pole. They're going to Love and Hip Hop. They're trying to be rappers, and they're making them rappers because of their image. They're light skinned and they have big ass and big titties. They are using these women to replace black women and people of color. The industry is very, very colorist. That's what I'm saying. They are speaking on things that they don't experience. They are speaking for dark-skinned women. You cannot speak for all dark-skinned women when you have light-skin privilege. And to be honest, Cardi B, she already should know what's up. In the strip clubs, they do the same thing. They are so colorist in strip clubs now. It's a lot of dark-skinned strippers. They are coming out and speaking about how they're being discriminated because they're dark-skinned and how they only hire light-skinned women as bartenders and strippers, or biracial women or other race women as strippers with ass and titties. So that's what I'm saying. Cardi B, she ought to already know this about colorism and how it is. That right there already proved it. Rihanna, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, they all have that one thing in common. They have light skin. Nicki Minaj has big ass and big titties. So that's what I'm saying. You notice all the mainstream women, what they call black women that's out, they are light-skinned black women, or they are biracial black women. They are not full black women, or they really, really light-skinned. And all these women, they bleach their skin. You notice they bleach their skin because they're trying to keep up and they're trying to follow with society and media. That's what they're not understanding. They have privileges. Light-skinned people have privileges as well as white people. They have privileges to a certain extent. Yes, at the end of the day, they'll call you a nigga, but you still have privileges. Okay, so this is what Amara La Negra had responded back to Hennessy on Instagram. She says, Mama, I have never said she's not a hardworking girl. I have always admired her. I've said in every interview I'm not putting her down, and she deserves everything God is blessing her with because she's worked for it. I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. And she really did misunderstand exactly what she was trying to say in the interview. You know, she never said that she wasn't a hardworking female. She just said that the main reason why she got up is because she light skinned, and these are facts. These are straight facts. We're not saying that she didn't work hard. I mean, yes, she probably did put in a little work, with her bars. Ain't gonna lie, she spit some bars. But it's mainly because she is light skinned. Let's just keep it real. But I'm happy for her and everything. She has accomplished a whole lot. She's engaged. That ring is so huge. She's engaged. Those you don't know, she's engaged to Offset off the group The Migos. She's engaged to him. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm happy for her. I'm proud of her. She, went through a lot of process to get where she's at. But, let's just keep it real. Just keep it real with your light skin privilege. That's all I got to say. Just keep it real with your light skin privilege. Yeah, she's real with everything else. She needs to be real with this. But, anyways, y'all know what to do. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me how you feel about this video and how you feel about Amara La Negra and Cardi B little sister Hennessy with this colorism rant. And I see you in the next one.